So, but today when I look back at it, I can think about how it can improve quality of life, reduce the side effects, especially in breast cancer
Yeah.
patients
Yeah.
and who are going through chemotherapy. And I know you deal with these cases all the time, so maybe you
All the
can
time. Yeah.
tell me
Yeah.
something more.
So I can't wait to publish some of these studies, Dr.
Yeah,
Usha. I
yeah,
mean, people have no idea how much Ayurveda can help in dealing with side effects from conventional cancer treatments. They are never easy. They
yeah,
take a toll on the patient physically, emotionally, financially. But even, I mean, Ayurveda, I mean, I think everybody will agree that it's not that costly when compared to, modern
yeah.
medicine,
Yes,
like
yes.
the herbs and stuff like that. So, just by doing the bare minimum during chemotherapy and radiation, making small lifestyle changes, adding certain herbs in their diet, which will not interact with the chemo, and focusing more on reducing inflammation and stress levels, and what all side effects, especially improving gut health. I think Ayurveda is so wonderful when it comes to improving gut health in cancer patients. So it has a role at every step of cancer care. And I can't wait to publish these studies, and I can't wait for doctors, oncologists to start implementing Ayurvedic care along with allopathy. I'm not saying that just one science is useful, but we know that for a chronic condition like cancer, which is such a clever disease, it just finds new ways to grow all the time. We think that it is suppressed in a PET CT scan, and then 6 months later there is a new tumor somewhere else. It grows quietly. So I think it's high time that people start recognizing it, and it is also, as Ayurveda doctors, it is our duty to start publishing case studies where
Yes.
we know that Ayurveda has helped, and that way, get let oncologists see our work, and it is time that they will also approach us and work together. This is all for the benefit of the patient. It's
Yes.
more than the science, allopathy, Ayurveda. It is the patient that matters, that needs to get rid of this chronic condition. So I can't wait for that to happen. I think it's already happening. There are a lot of centers in US which are actually
Mm-hmm.
focusing on integrative oncology, including Ayurveda. And yeah, I hope that the scenario starts changing here in India too.
Yeah, yeah. No, no.
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations for doing that, and I am so proud of you, and that you're doing something so meaningful and important for a number of patients who suffer with cancer. Like you said, it is a very sneaky disease,
Yeah.
but very deadly sometimes for a lot of people. And I've I've seen family members. I've seen in
Yeah.
the hospitals. I've worked with cancer from the get-go. From many years I worked on cancer research as well. I had a
Yeah.
cancer company that we founded for, and I remember working in with glioblastoma, and we were working
Yeah.
on something,
You told
and
me.
it
Yeah.
was only going to add 4 months more when we were looking at all that thing, and it was so expensive. Like you said, if it went to the market, it was an antibody therapeutic, and how expensive it would have been to the patient.
Mm.
But the fact is that it would have only added a few months to the patient's life. And I still remember coming home, and all back, the drive was always long. It used to be very far. And
Yeah.
all I could think is this all I'm going to do? Is this all I'm doing? So the young researcher in me in those days was
Yeah.
like so shocked. It took me so long. And also seeing it was a neuro oncology field. So we were also looking at, I would go to these conferences and see young children and all kinds of patients, and it was a very growing time of my life. I feel when you see pain and what they're suffering, and what we as
Yeah.
scientists couldn't do a whole lot for these people, I totally understand. So I feel I agree with you that addressing the side effects of chemotherapy through modalities like Ayurveda, at least
Yeah.
is a beginning, a start. I
Yeah.
think we can do more, but at least
More.
that's a very good beginning.
Yes.
And of course, these studies have a lot of potential. And combining Ayurveda with modern medicine, of course, more research is needed, but it's a good start. And I think those research papers have to be published, Dr. Aditi,
Yeah.
so that we can
On
understand
it.
and the effects of integrative approaches. It's important for healthcare providers, like you just said, to work together. I feel it's not just for cancer, for many other indications as well. I feel that it is important that we all work together to develop personalized treatment plans. More talk, more communication is totally needed, and I've been feeling more and more about it. And it
Yeah,
is integrate the strengths of both systems, all systems of medicine. And because, like you just said, ensuring patient safety and well-being is the most important thing,
correct.
right? And these integrative studies will help emphasize that how important it is to collaborate. Just like you and I are collaborating and
Yeah,
working and doing this, I think there's a lot of collaboration needed in the world today as we speak, that
yeah,
would bring traditional and modern approaches, different thought processes together. And
yeah.
we will only, what we'll do is we'll provide the best possible care for our patients. That's what I think.
I couldn't agree with every word that you just said. It is about respecting the strengths of each system and using them synergistically. So, my viewpoint is that integrative medical care for chronic disease is the way forward, Dr. Usha.
Yeah, yeah. Any last minute words to conclude the
No,
podcast
I
for
mean, yeah,
today?
that's it. I mean, I just said that. I just want people to understand what Ayurveda is, understand its strength and its weaknesses. It's important to talk about both,
Yeah, yeah,
and try to use it synergistically with the current modern conventional care for all chronic diseases. I mean, that's what I'm looking forward to, and working with various specialist doctors, oncologists, or gastroenterologists, for different chronic diseases. I think if they start using this without respecting each other's strengths,
yeah,
that is what is more important. And I also want to say that Ayurveda does have its own weaknesses. It's not like the only medical system that is useful for everything. It's not like
yeah.
that. So that's why we need to go in a proper integrated manner, and like I always say, patient first.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
totally. I can't
yeah,
agree. I mean, I agree with every single thing you said. And while you were saying all that, I felt the two podcasts which we should do down the road is, one is we should also talk about the weaknesses of Ayurveda. We should do a podcast just on what are the weaknesses and what are the things that should be avoided in Ayurveda, and also like um respecting it, right? I mean, respect is not just between two different medical groups or something. Respecting it as a medicine for everybody, right? So not treating each herb, each modality with respect. It's still an herb, right? Still medicine or whatever it is. So that I feel is also something that we should approach and talk about, because a lot of, I hear a lot of people are, it's being sold like, oh, turmeric is sold here, ashwagandha is sold there. And like, okay, if you have acid reflux, please don't take turmeric, right? It's important to know that, or something like that. So I think it's important to talk about that as well. So we will talk about those aspects as well. But thank you for coming, Dr. Aditi. I just want to take a moment to thank you for coming and for everybody listening to us. And we definitely appreciate your support. And we'll continue to bring these discussions in the coming weeks. And so we will hopefully see you at our next podcast. We would love to hear back from you. Please leave us a comment or reach out to us via emails. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channels. Thank you.
yeah.
Bye.
Bye.